Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Helen Stokes Tarot. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here, for subscribing, for your likes, and for the beautiful comments you leave. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You can also complement this with your rising or moon sign. And if you stay until the end, we'll see what the cards have in store for you. Let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, Spirit is already moving so deliberately today. The Hierophant is the first card coming out for you. And I want you to sit with this energy for a moment. This card carries the energy of deep established wisdom, of structures and beliefs that have quietly shaped you. Whether you chose them consciously or inherited them without question. Spirit is opening here because the lesson shaping your next chapter begins with asking which rules you are living by are truly yours. This could be a belief system, a way of operating in the world, an expectation about life you have never stopped to examine. Spirit is saying your next chapter cannot be built on foundations that were never truly yours. The Eight of Pentacles steps forward now, and the energy becomes grounded, focused, and quietly powerful. This card carries the energy of mastery being built through consistent, devoted, and unglamorous effort. The kind of work that does not get applause in the moment, but produces something real and lasting over time. Spirit is saying the lesson shaping your next chapter here is that you are being asked to commit to the process, even when the results are not yet visible to anyone, including yourself. This could be a skill you are developing, a version of yourself you are slowly and intentionally building through every small discipline choice you make each day. Spirit is saying, do not abandon the work just because it has not produced visible results yet. The Two of Swords arrives and the energy stills completely. This card carries the energy of a real standstill, of being caught between two paths that both feel uncertain, of the mind going in circles because the heart has not yet spoken. Spirit is showing me something very honest for you right now. There is a decision sitting in your life that you have been avoiding because neither option feels completely safe. And the lesson coming through this card is that staying in the middle is also a choice. And it is one that costs you more energy than you realize. This could be a choice about a relationship, a direction, a conversation you keep postponing because the truth feels heavy. Spirit is saying, the clarity you are waiting for will not come through more thinking alone. It will come when you get still enough to feel what you already know. The Eight of Swords steps in now, and this one asks for your complete honesty with yourself. This card carries the energy of self-imposed limitation, of feeling trapped not by circumstances but by perception, of believing the walls around you are solid, when many of them exist only inside your own mind. I need you to hear this because Spirit is saying it so directly. The story you keep telling about why you cannot move forward may be the very thing keeping you exactly where you are. This could be a fear you have accepted as permanent fact, a limitation inherited from someone else's experience, or a version of yourself you outgrew but forgot to leave behind. Spirit is saying, the door is not as locked as you believe. You have more freedom than the story in your head is telling you. The lesson here is learning to question the narrative that has been keeping you small and contained for far too long. Step back, look again. The exit has been there the whole time, and now everything cuts through with sharp, decisive energy. The Knight of Swords arrives and the whole energy shifts. This card carries the energy of bold, unstoppable forward movement, of a mind that has finally made itself up. and is no longer willing to wait for the perfect moment. Spirit is saying the lesson here is urgency with intention. There is a moment arriving in your life where half measures and hesitation will simply no longer serve you. This could be a conversation that needs to finally happen. A decision you have been sitting at the edge of for too long. Or a direction you already know is right but have been afraid to commit to. Spirit is saying, your next chapter is calling for your full commitment. Move with everything you have. The time is now. The Lover steps in and everything softens into something sacred. This card carries the energy of alignment at the deepest level. Not just romantic connection, but the choice to be true to what your soul actually values above all else. Spirit is showing me the lesson shaping your next chapter here is about choosing with your whole self and not just your logic. This could be a relationship reaching a real crossroads. A choice between what looks good and what feels genuinely right. Or a moment of finally choosing yourself without apology. And this is so important, my love. Spirit is saying, the choices that shape your next chapter must come from alignment and not from fear or obligation. Choose what your heart and your values both say yes to. That is the only choice that will take you somewhere real. And now the energy ignites into something fast and fearless. Something that has been building quietly and is finally ready to move. Stay with me because this next card is arriving with fire. The Knight of Wands bursts in now. And this energy is bold, adventurous, and completely unafraid. This card carries the energy of someone who has caught fire and is moving toward their vision with passionate full speed. Spirit is saying the lesson shaping your next chapter here is that passion without action is just a feeling. But passion with movement becomes an unstoppable force. This could be a creative pursuit finally being taken seriously. A new direction being chased with real commitment and energy. Or the beginning of a chapter where you stop playing it safe. Spirit is saying, let yourself want this fully. Let yourself go after it without waiting for guarantees. The fire in you is the sign. Trust it completely. The Four of Wands arrives now and the energy lifts into something celebratory, warm and deeply grounding. This card carries the energy of genuine arrival, of reaching a place of real stability and belonging. After a period of movement, uncertainty, and growth, Spirit is showing me the lesson shaping your next chapter here is learning to actually land in the good moments. To stop moving long enough to feel what you have built. This could be a milestone worth celebrating that you have been rushing past. A foundation in your life that deserves to be acknowledged. Or a sense of home, whether physical or internal, that is finally becoming something solid and real. Spirit is saying, let yourself arrive. Let yourself celebrate. The Two of Wands steps in now with a different kind of fire. Not the urgency of before, but a wide, expansive vision of standing at the edge of what you have already built and looking out at everything that is still possible. This card carries the energy of deliberate expansion, of daring to think bigger than what feels comfortable right now. Spirit is saying the lesson shaping your next chapter here is that your vision needs to grow beyond your current comfort zone. This could be a plan you have been keeping small out of fear, a dream you have been afraid to speak out loud, or a future you have been secretly hoping for, but have not yet given yourself full permission to pursue. Spirit is saying, expand the vision, then take the first real step. The Queen of Wands walks in now and she brings with her an energy of magnetic, grounded, and radiant confidence. This card carries the energy of someone who knows who they are and moves through the world from that knowing without apology. Spirit is showing me the lesson shaping your next chapter is stepping fully into your own power without shrinking. This could be owning your voice in a space where you have been quiet, showing up with confidence in an area where you have held back, or simply deciding that you no longer need permission to take up exactly the space you deserve to occupy. Spirit is saying, stop waiting to feel ready. The Queen does not wait to feel confident before she moves. She moves and the confidence follows. Be her now. And now the energy shifts into something that challenges you, something that tests what you have been building inside yourself. Because growth is not always comfortable. The Five of Wands steps in and the energy becomes dynamic, friction-filled, and full of competing forces. This card carries the energy of tension that is actually productive, of being pushed by challenge, by opposition, by friction, into a sharper and stronger version of yourself. Spirit is saying the lesson shaping your next chapter here is that not every conflict is a sign something is wrong. Some friction is exactly what is needed to refine you. This could be a situation where multiple voices or opinions are pulling in different directions and you are in the middle. Or an internal conflict between who you have been and who you are becoming that has not yet fully resolved itself. Spirit is saying, do not run from the friction. Let it sharpen you. Let it show you what you are truly made of. Because on the other side of this tension is a version of you that is clearer, stronger, and more rooted than ever. And Spirit really wants you to know that everything you have been moving through is not random. Every question, every stillness, every bold move, every moment of friction, and every moment of arrival is part of one single deliberate lesson. And that lesson is teaching you who you truly are. Beneath every inherited belief, every fear, every hesitation, your next chapter is not something happening to you. It is something being shaped by every conscious choice you make. And you are more ready for it than you know. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I am sending you so much love. Take what resonated and leave what did not. And I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourself, my love. So much love to you always.